You've got your data set up and ready to go, or at least you're part of the way there, and you want to start styling your app to make it look great. You're in the right place. In this video, we're going to look at how you can set up the list view in Stacker. The list view is a great way to show off high-level information in your app. It's not really about diving into the details. You could display your data as a list, or as a Kanban board, or as some very pretty-looking cards. Really, it's up to you. This video is all about how you set up the list view. When you click on a record, it will take you through to the detail view, which we're going to cover off in the next video. To get started, we're going to need to make sure that we have some data in our data grid. I've got a couple of tables set up here to play around with, but if you don't, I'd recommend either going through the previous tutorial about Stacker tables or importing your own data. Now, when you first set up your data, I'm not going to lie, your app is going to look a little bland, but not by the end of this tutorial. What we're looking at here is a list view, and you might notice by default it automatically shows all of the fields that you've set up. Let's start by changing the overall look of this page. If we go over here and click Edit Layout, that's the little paintbrush, let's start by changing the display to cards. And let's click on Cover Image and make it so that the logo field displays on the top of each card. Now, this list view just needs to be a high-level overview of our data, so we probably don't need all of these fields showing. I'm going to get rid of everything except the company name, status, and website. And I can rearrange the order that these fields appear by dragging and dropping them. There, much tidier. And remember, you and your users will still be able to see more information about each record by clicking on it. Now let's add some header text so people know what this page is for. And we can choose how we sort the page. I.e., we could have it sorted by name, alphabetically, or by number of employees at a company, say. Now, let's look at a way that you can present the same data from a table in different ways. For instance, we might want our users both to see a full list of companies we know, but also separate lists of ones that we have an active relationship with. To achieve this, we're going to use the Duplicate Layout button up here. And let's call our new layout Active Companies. You'll see in the left-hand navbar it has split our companies into two pages, All Companies and Active Companies. Right now these two list views are exactly the same, but let's add a filter to Active Companies to only show the active ones. Now, I want to show you a couple more ways that you can display your data. I'm going to go over to our projects page, and I'm going to change the display type to be a Kanban board. A Kanban board will need a single select field that describes the status of each item on it. And you can see here that we now have a neat little setup where we can see the status of each project at a glance. And you can also drag and drop projects here as well. And that's how you can get started setting up your list view. Now, if I click on one of these records, it'll take me through to the detail view, where, that doesn't look great. Okay, next session we're going to cover how you make detail views look really nice as well.